What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Beta Memoirs, where we like to talk about everything the stock market. And it has been a rough month, but we are coming to an end with looks like a little bit of strength in some of the tech, specifically Tesla, LMND. There's a couple that were actually pushing pretty hard today. Apple didn't want to join the party, but that's okay because he doesn't like to smash the like button and subscribe if he hasn't already done so. So, being said, tomorrow I think is going to be interesting. We are closing out Q1 tomorrow. We have seen a lot of whipsaw. Specifically today, there is some runners. If you are scalping, there's been some volatility, which does help scalpers. But aside from that, if you're looking for investing or swing trading, it's essentially buying the dip and just waiting through this whole month. This whole month has been pretty rough. We've had some ups and some downs. Bond rates, tankers, you name it, everything's essentially been happening. Now the new bank news about the Tiger management team and all the specific leveraging that has possibly been going on with banks looking the other way. So we have that news, which I think will help us pull back a little bit tomorrow. But I think ultimately, SPY in itself, let me go ahead and pull up the charts. But SPY in itself has been actually, let me see here. All right, let's pull her up. What do we got here? Here we got a lot of consolidation on SPY. We're back in this box. We played this box a little bit before, but we're sitting here, sitting on great support, actually. Everything is building. Again, news, tanker news slams it back down. Index has kind of been off from everything else. Again, there wasn't a lot of moves. There was a lot of pumps this morning, specifically in tech. Aside from Apple, most tech had a nice pump this morning and then kind of just sat flat. Tesla actually had quite a bit of a little short squeeze today. Facebook sold off, though. Facebook has been kind of running this whole time with the market and the way it's been because of the revenue ads. Still, even pre-pandemic of last year, they were crushing it. So that's why they have continued to run, even though everything else has been selling. Now, SPY, tomorrow. I think overnight we retest and we play this range tomorrow. I think either going into tomorrow afternoon, possibly even Thursday. Again, remember, we do have a short week this week. I think we might see an explosion, maybe closing on Thursday, but definitely Monday will be the telltale sign of what is really going on. I think ultimately what's going to happen here is we'll be able to determine if these rates or this Tiger team leveraging ETFs and taking loans, what is exactly going on here. So ultimately, we'll see if this has just been a deterrent, and we've kind of just been fluctuating as we do typically in March. There's always news that comes out, and specifically perfect timing when a tanker moves. So go ahead and drop bank news. So being said, again, I think we're just consolidating at this point. I think either, again, Thursday or Monday. Monday specifically will tell us exactly which way we are going. Again, I'm still very bullish on what's about to happen. Again, there's way too much money in savings accounts. There's way too much money being in the system and being pumped in the system. Now, are people going to go out and spend the money is something else, but I think people have essentially had it. Everybody's been sitting in the house. They're ready to get out. They're ready to go do something. They do not want to spend another summer stuck indoors. So being said, SPY, again, I think we'll consolidate tomorrow. QQQ, it's still been playing range. It's been bouncing back and forth, although today there's been a lot more, that range has been a lot tighter today. I think primarily because of Apple. TLT in itself has actually been fluctuating quite quite dramatically with these sell-offs. What the nice thing is TLT's been having these sell-offs because bond rates have been pushing up. Today they actually opened up a lot. So I thought the market was going to come down, but it goes to show that the market is kind of over that news. They're okay. They've digested everything that Powell said. They are ready to go. So being said, the bonds in itself are looking pretty good. Again, for the most part. So it doesn't look like that's really interfering with anything. Although if they do jump up to 2%, that would be quick. If it reaches it within the next couple of weeks. I think, again, the bond yields are something that we're going to be toying with throughout the coming months. So just be aware of that. I don't think it's ultimately going to do much. I think, again, the next couple of months will be bullish. And then going into October, again, I could see bond yields playing its hand, although they can play their hand at any moment. Being said, like a tanker getting stuck in canal, and then inflation worries come up, so bond rates start pushing up again. So being said, the dollar, again, has been really strong. I have to see what happens here. If it does sell off a little bit, that will help ease some of this and push us up, hopefully. We'll have to see. Tesla, I played Tesla a couple different times today. I didn't quite catch it on the bottom. I really thought it was going to sell, although it was in a wedge. It had a nice wedge here, so essentially destroyed shorts today. I know the call on options today was pretty equal, so it definitely destroyed some shorts today. I did go short momentarily, but then I got out. I let it ride, and then it came up, and then I jumped in. Actually, this pullback, this slight pullback, is when I grabbed calls. I wrote it up. I rode that piece, and then I caught it again down here when it pinched here, popped up. I caught it again. I didn't catch it this last little ride, even though I think numbers are coming out this week, so that's something to keep in mind. If there are any kind of bad numbers, I think Tesla will pop back down, although Tesla is taking a beating. I don't think it's going to pop that much. But if it breaks numbers, I think it will fly. So being said, Facebook in itself, it's losing some momentum here. Now that everything tech seems like it's been popping back a little bit, Facebook in itself is coming, it's kind of stagnating at this point. Although in my opinion, it looks like it's starting to create a wedge, especially if we do get any kind of selling here. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually comes back down, tags here, and then gets ready to pop. Facebook, again, going into earnings, you got to remember earnings is Q1 ends tomorrow. So you are looking at earnings here in about a month, about 4 weeks. So you got probably about another week before these tech stocks really start running. A week or two, depends on the stock, but everybody's kind of caught on into the lead up, the premium build on a lot of different the heavyweight stocks here, and understand that that is essentially where the money is made. So being said, Facebook, I want to keep an eye on. Airbnb, I've been watching this one today. I almost took it a couple of different times. I wanted it down. I didn't know what the market was going to do. So held off on this one. If for some reason we pull back down, I really want to get a leap in this. If not, I'd feel much better if it actually broke over the 200 and then getting leaps at that point. So that is something I'm watching in Airbnb, even back into the zone. So break that 187.20 mark. Apple in itself has really been struggling here. I've debated taking leaps out of here below this 1925. Essentially, this is pretty solid support here. There's a lot of good stocks that are at really solid supports. If you're looking at investing or taking leaps or something, a lot of these are really good solid supports. I don't know if today is your last day. We'll only know tomorrow if that was true or not. But being said, again, there's a lot of solid support. Spot, I've been talking about Spot. The consolidation on this thing is getting pretty heavy here. If this does go another day, I will be grabbing a leap tomorrow on Spot. Again, if we don't do some dramatic sell-off, which I do not see happening. Again, this isn't financial advice, but I don't see that happening. And Spot is definitely one that's got a long way to rip back up. I mean, since the all-time high, it is really taking a beating. So looking at spots tomorrow, Lemonade, I looked at quite a few different times today. It actually started making a move up today. It was at good, solid support today. I didn't take it. Actually, when it came back down, I was looking at it right here, 84.53 mark. I did not take it. I was going to take some leaps just to kind of cover me in case we did get any more volatility. But ultimately, solid. If it does continue to run, that's fine. There's plenty of other opportunities. Everything is still really low right now. So it's probably better if you haven't, if you're new to the market, to just kind of get a little bit more confirmation. And again, play longer than a week because these moves may not happen in a week. Just be fully aware of that. Etsy, again, at solid support. I was looking at this today too. Disney, rattling around. It's ready to go too. It's at a good support here. If it could dip below that 183 mark. Snap, I really like Snap too. Solid support. This thing I think will fly as soon as it gets the word to go. So I'll be looking at Snap and Spot definitely tomorrow, and as well as Tesla and Airbnb. Palantir looks fantastic actually. There's a lot of consolidation. It's broken back down to that $22 mark. It was holding 24 very well for a long time, but it didn't help that the CEO came out and said that it's more of a long-term hold. So that didn't really help the stock in itself. But ultimately, I think it's definitely going to be a very good moneymaker in the coming months, I believe. NNDM, again, it's showing resilience. Even after the earnings, it definitely popped. So NNDM is another one of my favorite ones in this coming cycle, in this bull cycle, the ones I'm focusing on. So again, that list is consisted of Tesla, Airbnb, Spot, Lemonade, Etsy, Snap, Palantir, NNDM, Planet 13, and the Very Good Company. Now, the Very Good Company has taken quite of a beating over the past couple months. I think everybody's getting kind of fed up, and they see better opportunity in other places. I still do believe in the company. Again, fundamentals haven't changed. They've been doing very well during this pandemic. So NNDM holding well. Fastly actually has strong support as well. Anything below that 63.16, if you can get in there, again, if we decide to take off, try to grab it at the 66.42 mark beforehand. Again, you definitely have to have a pretty hard stop or have a loose stop, depending on how you're playing it. But ultimately, just manage your risk. You had a nice day. It's starting to push back up, which is good to see. Needed back over 100 for me to feel better about you. Roblox has definitely just been consolidating. But I think that whole space, Roblox, will all start taking off here pretty shortly. Same with DDD is also at strong support. There's a lot that's at strong support right now. So if you're not accumulating for a longer term swing, again, just hold off. If you want more of a confirmation, by all means, again, this isn't financial advice. You definitely want to keep that in mind. U's got earnings coming up, it looks like, on the 31st tomorrow. So that's something to keep in mind. PayPal announced some crypto news today, although it didn't move the stock itself. It has definitely moved the crypto markets. So if that's something you guys are also interested in, I can also do some crypto videos as well. I've been getting a little heavier into crypto with the way the market's been playing, although crypto has still been moving pretty hard despite the markets itself. So Qscaler is actually doing really good at strong support as well. It keeps dipping back here. Another one to grab some swing shares or leaps or something out of here. Just again, mindful of volatility right now. Funko Pops. This is another really good setup that might actually break out tomorrow. Is what it looks like. It's going to break out tomorrow. So that's something to keep in mind. I was watching this today, but I didn't grab it at all. I was going to grab it this morning, but wanted to see what the market was going to do. Again, I was sold this morning. The market was going to sell off a little bit more before it actually did. So Again, just something to keep in mind. Naked looks like it could be another NFT play as well. Fashion with NFT. That cycle, I don't know, the whole NFT cycle is kind of pulled away right now just because of the way the market's been. But ultimately, I think that will cycle back around here shortly. But nonetheless, if it does come back down into this zone here, it might be worth grabbing. Get another run up on that one. But as far as the charts, I don't have a lot. Again, I know a lot of people are kind of frustrated with what is going on right now. The whole thing about the market is it's not always going to go up. There has been a lot of news. It has been March. March has always been a bad month for us. I've talked about that before coming into March. I got a little over exuberant in wanting to jump in during towards the end of February into March because of the fact that I'm believing in the stimulus and everything else that is going on, and that the bull market that is fast approaching right behind this junk is what I'll call it, is going to push us to some parabolic moves, in my opinion. So it's just about being patient, right? It's about the macro and not the micro. So being said, remember to manage your risk. Take care, and I'll see you again, guys, in tomorrow's video. Later.